Do you consider yourself a maker? Those are people who love to sew, quilt, embroider, or craft. If you are one or you want to learn how to become one, the original Sewing and Quilt Expo is for you. The event is coming up at the Pontchartrain Center later this week, and today we are getting a preview from the director, Mark Ingram. He is joining me now virtually. Mark, welcome to the show, and we were talking before we got started. You consider yourself a maker, but moreover, your whole family really are makers.
That's right. That's right. I am a sewer and a quilt maker, and I love to use machine embroidery tools and some of the other new kind of fabric cutters. I love to experiment with the technology. My parents are both sewers. My kids are sewers, and my wife is a sewer. And we just love to share the education and information and bring our arms around the community and share what we know and kind of pave new ways for what sewers and quilters are looking for next. The
Yes.
technology out there is incredible.
It's so
But
true. Well, shout
available
out to the
today.
whole Ingram family and shout out to this awesome expo. It's going to be your second year here in Louisiana. It's 3 days long, everybody, and you all have so much that are happening. Okay, first let's talk about the classes. What kind of classes are you all going to be offering?
We have classes, formal classes. Pontchartrain Center is perfect for classes. Their meeting rooms are great. We bring in state of the art, brand new sewing machines for you to work on, so you don't need to bring your machine. And there's classes in quilt making, free motion quilting, garment construction, bag making. If you want to work with vinyl and cork and all those new kinds of materials. We have classes on machine embroidery. So we bring in machine embroidery machines for the home embroiderer. And we have scan and cut classes, which is cool because that's a digital cutting machine and it all interacts with the sewing machine. And you could do a lot of cool things with the scan and cut that are original, stuff people don't see every day. If you're doing costuming, if you are just making bags and things for yourself or for gifts, you're gonna be a star with what you can produce using home equipment. The stuff is fantastic that's out there today. Not like your grandma's sewing machine years ago.
I think
It
it's
advises
amazing.
you. Yeah, it's cool. But you don't just need a super fancy machine. You can learn how to do fast sewing techniques on your machine you already own. So there's lots of opportunity
Well, if I can
in
learn
the
how to make
classes.
anything close to all the stuff behind you, then you've got me because that stuff is amazing. And what's cool is that you all are going to have an exhibit hall at this expo as well where people can go around, see all of these beautiful things that you all have to offer. But can we talk about the market? Because I know for all of my quilters and embroiderers out there, they're coming to shop. What are you going to have to be offered there?
Yeah, so we already have 60 plus vendors signed up this year, more than last year. The independent retailers, these are small boutique retailers who curate their products and their tools specifically for home sewers, quilt makers, garment makers, and costumers. They are going to demo the product and the tools in their booth for you, show you how to use them. So there's fabric you can fill up on threads and stabilizers. There are, of course, the notions and pattern people. It's really amazing what these small retailers that travel all around the country with us. We just wrapped up a couple of shows in March in Georgia and Florida. They were fantastic. And we had April in Cleveland, and now we're in Louisiana. The train of Sewing Expo vendors is coming to Louisiana now, and they are loaded for bear,
Well,
ready
we
to
cannot wait to
show.
host you all. It's going to be so fun. Now, I got to ask you before we take this break, those are truly pieces of art behind you. That one with the houses, how long would you say it took to make that?
Oh my gosh, dozens and dozens of hours. But there are some fast sewing techniques that we teach at the expo where you can make a quilt in a day. So it could take a minute or it could take years or a lifetime to finish one great quilt. This is from our quilt contest collection. We've got 8 or 9 quilt collections coming. This is from the 1973. We're honoring the year 1973. So there's dozens of quilts. These are all quilts made by independent quilt makers, and we curate the exhibits, or we're working with the Studio Art Quilters Association, and I have 2 exhibits coming from them. These are museum quality quilts that will be hanging at Pontchartrain Center.
And we get to see it
they're just
all if we
strong
head out to
props.
the event. It is amazing, Mark. I want to thank you so much for being here. And look, everybody, if you want to go to the expo, guess what? We've got a special offer for you. If you use the code DRIVER24, you get 1 free admission when you buy 2 tickets. Again, the event is coming up this Thursday, and it runs through Saturday at the Pontchartrain Center in Kenner. For more information and to get your tickets, log on to sewingexpo.com. We'll be right back.